Hi, I'm Robert Begley, day 782 of my video challenge. This morning I took out a book about the Apollo 8 mission called Rocket Man. Guess what? 11 hours later, I'm almost finished with it. Wow. I knew a lot about 1968. Some great music that year, but terrible, terrible violence in the United States, all over the world, but particularly for me as an American. I mean, I was pretty young. And I learned this in the HBO series called From the Earth to the Moon. And Apollo, but this book, Rocket Man, I learned a lot more because I didn't know the Apollo 8 mission was put together with such rapidity. It was the first time a rocket took off, first attempt to go towards the moon. So many uncertainties. And Frank Borman, Jim Lovell of Apollo 13 fame, and Will Anders, uh, just heroes, real heroes. And I remember seeing Frank Borman in Eastern Airline TV commercials when he was like the CEO, I think, of the organization. But what a man! And Book spends a lot of time on his wife and his family too, all three of them. But here's the thing that I liked about this book, but they missed the importance of one key principle. While they're talking about all the violence that's happening, the failure of the Vietnam War, the Chicago 1968 Democratic Convention, and just riots all over United States, anti-war protesters. The author Robert Kurson identifies the Apollo program, the NASA Apollo program, as kind of being in a cocoon where they're so focused on putting a man on the moon, as per John F. Kennedy's 1961 goal that he set, and winning the Cold War. I had no idea how close the Russians were, for instance, in 1968 to aiming towards the moon. They just seemed to like fall off the map. But the point that Ayn Rand makes, that this author Curson does not, is the success of Apollo was based on one faculty reason. You know, everything else that was going wrong in the culture was based on emotion, and that's it. All the violence, it's just based on emotion. It's throwing reason out the window. And the Apollo program, they used reason as that guide, and I love that about the Apollo program. Ayn Rand's article, Apollo 11, she covers that, and then Apollo Dionysus, even more so. How the two there, she talks about Apollo 11 success and the Woodstock concert, which were like 1 month apart. But anyway, definitely heroic book. Highly recommend Rocket Man. And that's our reading for today. We will see you tomorrow.